if anybody is sort of benefiting at all in any way, shape, or form from any of the information I'm sharing with you, you gotta kind of understand that we are still living in an economic system. And until we change that economic system, um, how we pass things along and support each other um, has to be done, unfortunately, through money. And like you, I have bills to pay, and I've been able to start sharing this information. I've been able to attract a computer so I can talk on it, free for the first 6 months, and I've been able to have basically free internet access for free for the first 6 months. But now that bill is, they're charging me a lot more money this month. And in order for me to continue spreading the information that I want to spread, I do need to attract not a lot of funds, just a little bit of funds. And part of what I'm trying to get everybody to wake up on is that you have to let people know what you need. Nobody will give you any support unless you start asking for support. And so that's kind of what I'm telling everybody else is you need to let everybody else know what it is your skills are, what what you can offer our global human community, because you're all valuable in one shape or another. I'm trying to, you know, unfold your potential so that you can gain some strength. You can start attracting what it is that you need. But a big part of the game that we got to play is we all have to start supporting each other. So just as you need support, you have to start being responsible and accountable and start, supporting what you find is valuable. So if you find that this is, a channel that you support, then, kind of find a way to help support me so I can continue spreading this information. I do realize, like in my last video, it's not so much money that's driving us, it's intelligence that's driving us. So I'm trying to offer free information to those that can't afford information, so I'm doing it free. I am trying to do it in a bigger way by I have just a few more videos that I want to put out there, and then I'm going to be putting an awful lot of effort trying to get more of a documentary done, because we tend to be more visual people. We tend to be more affected by good graphics. So I'm going to be working an awful lot more trying to attract that. And how that is distributed can't be distributed to just people who can afford it. It's got to be available to everybody that's, on the bottom suffering. Those are the ones that need to gain the education. They are the ones that need to gain more information. So as I'm, driven to try and pass this information on, it's got to be done on a global level. One way of getting it spread a lot faster is through a documentary, which can earn a lot more funds, which can be used to be able to provide this information even more free. So while it looks like you have to pay for something, it is, I am trying to make it done more effectively in a way that does continue to be free. So, but in the meantime, I do have to let you know, I do have some bills to pay, just like you do. And in order for me to improve how this information gets spread faster, it does need to be supported. Not only do you need more information, but you need the system to know more information. And we need to tap into that system so that information is spread a lot faster to a lot more people, so that we gain the support at the bottom, which will systematically change those at the top. So even if it's just $2, even if it's $1, $5. The more people that can put in $5 adds up, and I'm not needing that much to be able to sustain what it is that I want to do. Yes, there is an aspect where, yeah, to unfold the bigger plan would probably cost an estimate of 300,000, but I'm not going to collect that 300,000 off YouTube. I have to go out into the bigness of the world and try and communicate with somebody that does have that level of money, and recognize that if they want to continue, not to lose everything they've got, they do have to fund a new system. So that's going to be a challenge, but I think that I'm almost on my way to be able to present that opportunity. But most people that are on YouTube, they're trying to gain information because they are losing their jobs, they are losing their houses. I'm no different than everybody else, and it's not like we can afford to even support anything. Part of the support that I have been getting, somebody has donated finances, which was greatly appreciated, but it needs to be done on a regular basis because bills come back the next month. But somebody else shared with me this Organite, or I think I'm pronouncing it right, but this is definitely helping me remain at a good energy level. It's really helping my sleep an awful lot. It is a trial and error how to use this little thing, but it is being really effective. And by me using it, I'm able to let everybody else know that there's something out there that if you can't calm down and get your own living environment to be in a healthier energy level, combat this HAARP thing that's going on. There is more things going on than what you realize, and there are people that are recognizing how to keep you safe from the negative energy levels that are coming in. So he has donated one of these things to me, so that I'll post a link to his channel. You can check him out. But and somebody else is sending me some spiritual native jewelry, which is great. I've lost all my gold. I've lost all my jewelry to, the poverty level that I'm in right now. But I knew that I would be getting something better. And the spiritual aspects of this jewelry, every time I'm wearing this thing, I know it's tied to a positive energy. And it is all about positive and negative energy. So, once that arrives, I'll be able to show everybody else, which will help sustain what she does, because she's very, very tied to something very powerful within the Native community. And what she's doing is, needs to be supported as well. So it's not necessarily, just funds that I need. If you are a computer programmer and you're out of work, I got a job for you, because we need to design systems that allow people to input what services they can offer humanity, and what is it they need. And then everybody has something to offer, and when we design a computer system that connects all of us of what we want to put out there, you'll find that you'll get what you need. But we need a system that able to communicate and join everybody together, so that what we have to offer and what we need to be able to offer, that is starting to connect, and then we build a better system. So there's definitely a really awesome computer system that needs to be designed. So anybody that's a computer programmer that wants, you have to do it free to start with, but once the system gets developed, then you end up profiting yourself. It is the same as me. I'm offering this information free, trusting that the universe will give back. And once you give something free that you're passionate about, then you have to trust you will get something back in return. I do definitely want to design a documentary. So it doesn't mean that I need to gain all of this money to accomplish that job. If you're amazing at graphics, You know, if you're an amazing writer, if you're an amazing producer, you know, and you are willing to do something free just to get something started, you know, I want to hear from you, because, you know, I'd rather do it that way than to have to earn money to be able to fund and pay for somebody to do that job. Um, there is a bottled water concept if you look at some of my programming videos to reprogram your brain. Water is a perfect way of designing such a new type of reprogramming. It changes your neurology, it changes your internal programming by using bottled water. But if you have a water source, you know, if you have the rights to some clean water, I'd love to hear from you. If you are in the if you, I know there's companies out there that can take already bottled water, bottles, the plastic, and they know how to transform this plastic into just new ones. And they can do it really, really healthy. I know that they are existing, and I know that they're not able to profit right now because the economic systems are crashing. But any one of these companies that want to come forward and design these new effective bottles, and we can connect that company with you know, somebody that has the rights to some water, want to hear from you. I'd rather do it that way. Then the way it gets distributed has to be distributed not through these big large corporations that earn all the profits. We can do this much faster, much more profitable if we do it direct. So there is a way that within your community, if you're unemployed and just want to distribute some water to people within your local community, then, you know, I want to hear from you, because this is a really good way of creating a non-profit that you get to own. I don't want to be the owner of this. It's got to be owned by everybody who consumes the water. And what do the profits do is they start funding all of your ideas. You know, while you're drinking this concept, you're going to be learning your full potential. You're going to learn what you can offer to the world, but you are going to need some support. And, you know, being in an economic system, you need funding for that. You know, instead of going to a bank for a loan, you go to your water source for a loan. And it will, you know, no ideas will be rejected. You know, some ideas need to be improved, but we just need to join you with other people that can help support you in making your system, what it is you have to offer, unfold perfectly so you won't fail. It's not a system that's designed to make you fail, but to build you up and be successful and not have to worry about being rejected for a bank loan. So lots of ways to support, but please find a way to support if you like this information I'm sending you. Peace out.